Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Star Ocean. Let's see, so last episode we discovered we have intense daddy issues, and also have a child. That sounds about right? Right, oh right, we're going to the mayor's, there we go. I also realized that we've actually met every single one of the player characters at this point. Everywhere from the small child, to the two random people in town, to the two party members that we left back at the capital. Actually kind of sad. You know, usually they pace it out a little bit. I'm thinking some JRPGs actually hand you your, like, last player character almost right before the end of the game. Rarely, but it happens. Oh, hi?
Victor, what are you...
You know each other?
I don't just know the man.
My unit has been mobilized in response to Thal's plea.
But at the castle...
Your father gave the order to protect those away from the front line. That's how I see it.
Oh, did he now?
There a problem?
No. We desperately need your help. Thank you for coming.
As I explained before, we'll go right for Eidolon's throat by attacking their hideout. That should liberate your land from any threat of violence, correct?
It would, but is it really possible to pull that off?
That's why we, the King's Chosen, were dispatched by the army.
Well then, I suppose we have no choice but to leave everything to you.
Let me join the operation.
Huh? Are you serious?
That's perfect. I was about to ask you to join anyway. We appreciate the help.
Wait, is this for real?
We depart post-haste. Rendezvous at the gate to the Dakov footpath when ready.
I probably have to talk to these guys first. Maybe not? Oh, nope, there we go. We just had to wait for them to go out the door before I could go out the door. I'm not used to this whole, like, you know, all in-engine cutscene dealio. I'm not used to this sort of thing. It's not bad, it's just, you know, different. Okay. Oh, hey.
Why can't I go?
Because it's dangerous.
Wait a second. But we fought together on our way to the capital.
That's a completely different matter.
If I assume responsibility for her, can she please come?
That's my fiddly.
She's all yours then. I'll still prioritize the mission over her safety. Got it?
That's more than fine by me.
Then, let us depart.
Okay, so now we have Gunter... Gunter and Hannah. Okay, I was worried for a second that this chick wasn't going to join us. It's like we have two side party members here. Do they actually show up in the party menu, come to think of it? Nope, they don't. I was just going to be really amused if Gunter, but not Hannah, joined us. Just because that would be weird? I think it would be weird. It'd be funny, though. Hannah's just like, nope, bye. You already have a female character. Anyway, reserve rushes are powerful tandem attacks that can be activated by expending the reserve gauge. The type of attack performed will differ by a character, and its effects and efficiency will change. Oh, efficacy will change depending on how much of the gauge you expend. Activating reserve rushes. To activate a reserve rush, press R2 and X simultaneously, as long as the reserve gauge has a stock of at least one. Reserve rushes are strong enough to tip the scales of power in your favor, no matter how dire your straits, so make sure to use them at the times when they can give you the greatest advantage. Press L2 while holding R2 to select how many gauges you wish to expend. Press left and right while holding R2 to choose which character will activate the rush. Okay, you fill the reserve gauge by performing such actions as attacking enemies, interrupting enemy attacks, and counterattacking. In other words, winning the rock, paper, scissors paradigm. You can stock up to 5 gauges, and each time you fill the gauge, the number at the bottom will increase. In contrast, having your attacks interrupted, becoming incapacitated, and other such negative actions cause the gauge to deplete. Filling the reserve gauge also allows you to receive bonuses at the end of battle. Depending on the colors of the reserve gauge, the bonuses you will receive will be different. So red, EXP bonus, blue, money bonus, green, SP bonus. So if we go up to red, okay. Sounds like a good idea. I think I'm just going to sit it there
Some
unless we're actually in
introductions are
trouble.
in order. This is our infiltration specialist, Gunter. And our signaturgy and support expert, Hana.
Fidel Camuse.
And I'm Nikki Salvester.
We're all competent, so we'll be fine as long as we work together.
I like it how they didn't bother to voice act those characters. Okay, I don't really need to save here, but I don't think you can skip cutscenes in this game. So it's kind of one of those where I'd like to save semi-compulsively. Because the alternative is possibly having to sit through an... Ooh, look at this thing. Having to sit through an entire cutscene, which is never fun. Like, I do not enjoy watching, watching the same cutscene over and over and over again. I did that like twice in Digimon, and it's just like, I never want to do this again. These are really cool looking monsters, by the way. Okay, I can't really tell what these are, but the dragon things? Like, they actually look pretty dang cool. Also, they do actually have voicing just for basic battle and stuff. But yeah, no, I am actually still very impressed with the artistry that went into this game. The character and monster design have been, I'm going to say, really nice. Oh, we got somebody up ahead.
We've reached the meeting spot. Now we wait.
The meeting spot?
My man in charge of intelligence and reconnaissance is searching for Eidolon's base. We planned to meet here.
Sir.
Dax? You find it? We have a swordsman and a signaturge each joining us on this mission. Make sure to keep that in mind. Now take us there.
Yes, sir.
No, Dax. No, you will not take us there. For starters, we got these weird bat things to fight. There we go. That actually drops pretty hard. I wonder if the reserve gauge only scales up and down based on my activities. It's an interesting question. I don't know. It also looks like it's kind of a pain leveling the reserve gauge all the way up to maximum. Oh, that's fine. I don't really need it any other way. Oh, I see. Dax is the objective. I'm like, where are we supposed to go exactly? We've already been here. But the answer is, we technically have to follow him. Oh, he's got a crossbow on him. I like how he's actually routinely kicking the crossbow, and the crossbow is actually reacting to getting kicked. That's kind of amusing. It's bad, but it's amusing. Oh yeah, we saw this rock earlier. I just like...
Be both swift and silent.
Okay.
Go.
I just like the weird bugs and the, like... I don't know if I'm gonna call them... They're not loopholes, but like the weird bugs and issues that you run into when looking at games like that haven't properly been worked on or bug tested or whatever. However you want to call it. Because it's one of those where it's like, for those... for that crossbow, like, yeah, it's a small issue. But at the same time, like, if they'd actually been looking, somebody totally would have seen that. But because, you know, QA is kind of lower on the priority listing, you're not going to have, you're not going to have a whole heck of a lot of people noticing that or it getting fixed. And you know what? Maybe somebody did report it, and they're just like, whatever, you don't need it. Don't know. Did somebody level up, or... I have no idea. I saw da-da-da. Well, I heard, you know, the noise, but guess it's nothing? Okay. So shame. Can't loot anything in here. Where? What? Who? Okay, we are going this way. I'm a little bit turned around. Cave is... Okay, let's see if I can hit this guy. There we go. I don't know what this guy is. Oh, it's a higher up. I have no idea what that means. Well, whatever. Again, I can just cram blackberries in my mouth, which is pretty cheap. So I'm just gonna keep mashing double slash as much as possible. There's no sense in conservation. Okay.
With those enemy guards,
Yeah, looks like it, but no alarms have been ring-a-linging.
their base lies ahead, does it?
Yeah.
Then we press on.
Seems they've flown the coop, guys.
Apparently, Eidolon's leadership is not nearly as careless as its underlings.
The only way they could get out is the way we got in.
There has to be an escape route.
I wouldn't put it past bandits to have one. Look around.
And is Mickey gonna find it? No. Or Miki. Miki? Kinda? Sort of? Anyway, it's over here. I don't see any treasure in this room. Looks like we've got ourselves a storeroom here. Oh, never mind.
Something's off here.
Aha! There's a door here.
They done left some tracks behind.
Do I? Nope, she does. This is pretty ridiculous. Just in terms of height. That's a lot of dudes. It's some pretty ridiculous door setup there. Like, you know, most people would have like just a small section of the stone that moves out of the way or something, right? If even. Like that's pretty intense. These people have just a giant like turbo boulder that moves. It's like, oh, yeah. We can move literal mountains. I don't like if you can move something that big, why resort to banditry? You'd be able to make castles and shit. I'm trying to think of like oh shoot. It's kind of like a common trope where like the evil cult or whatever has like this great amount of industry or technology or any number of things really. But you know, effectively some like crazy thing that gives them an edge or like prominence in the world. And you think, man, just imagine if these people had like sold this stuff instead, like Team Rocket. The concept of like Jesse and James. I know this is gonna be like really stupid in Pokemon, whatever, but you know, Jesse and James always have these like crazy mech suits that they've put together or gadgets or who knows what else. And I know like James is supposed to be like hellaciously rich, this is why he can afford this. But they're the only people that ever use that stuff. You'd think if they used that for like emergency rescue or like many things apart from trying to kidnap a Pikachu, they would be just so filthy rich that they wouldn't even need to be part of Team Rocket. Who give a shit about Giovanni? Just you know, sell a mech suit, problem solved. Alright, whatever.
You jerks! How dare you destroy our home!
Dirty Rasulian dogs, eh? That would explain the incessant barking. Do you even realize how much of a menace to others you are? Obviously not. I say we put them down here and now before they bite someone.
That's... oh crap. Scatter! No matter how powerful that thing is. Can't hurt what it can't hit. Keep moving and don't get in front of it.
Okay, so these guys have guns. Okay. But not all of them. So I'm just gonna keep running short circles and coming back for double shot before moving again. Ow. Oh, I see. Well, there's one. Where's the next one? There we go. Let's go for this guy. It's interesting that they actually require you to move in this battle. Usually with like JRPGs, movement and positioning almost never matters or like absolutely matters. Well, one way or another, we need some blackberries. Probably should have eaten my blackberries before getting into this fight. Okay, oh, this guy's not dead yet. Well, we can almost kill them. This guy is surprisingly durable, all things considered. Everybody else gets tossed up into the air because of my attacks, but not this guy. I'm just slowly backing away from him occasionally. I don't entirely know what his moveset is. He looks like he's entirely focused on Victor. Oh jeez, this guy has a ton of... This guy has a ton of health. Wow. Ow. That hurt. Yeah, we're gonna have to eat some more blackberries. And possibly look into cooking. Obviously not in the middle of this battle, but at some point. Okay, let's eat some more. Let's eat some more blackberries. I really wish I could. I really wish I could have everybody eat blackberries at the same time. Sadly, only one person can use blackberries. I wonder if you could actually organize it so each of the characters would use items independently. Maybe they do. I have no idea. Well, one way or another, I'm just gonna keep double slashing him. He's not nearly as dangerous as he could be.
Third. There's no way I could. Think I'll let you get away?
I guess he had reinforcements come in. Oh shit. Did he just fall to his death? He did. Haha. Whoops. Oh, and we got his magic spell. Nice.
I doubt we can recover his body.
Oh, I wanted to take that who's-he what's-it back with us.
Don't get greedy. We completed our mission, which is more than enough. Your homeland should be free from any threats now.
We can't thank you enough.
All right, let's get on home. Everyone should be waiting for the news.
Let's.
Yay, we're done. Well, that was short. I can only imagine everything's going to be even more on fire when we come back. Or the little girl's going to be awake, and the two space people are going to be there. I don't know. I put bets on these things, but you really, really just can't tell how they turn out. Ever. Oh yeah, we should go check out that storeroom, seeing as we didn't have the ability to do so earlier. Well, there's a big old silver chest that I'm not going to be able to open up, and a regular chest. Swordsman's manual. Yeah. At some point we'll learn lockpicking and then have to backtrack through every single zone being like, so where were those treasure chests that were just randomly locked that I couldn't interact with? Oh yeah. What do they have in them? Worthless nonsense. I mean, it's very possible that they actually do have good stuff in them. I just find most locked chests that you have to backtrack for in any RPG never actually worth going for. Especially for this game, which involves a high amount of crafting as like I guess as its basis for how like you get new equipment and better equipment and stuff like that. Let me see. You know what? Bit of a detour. I don't know if we're going to be back through here anytime soon, but like I more or less was just saying, I don't want to have to backtrack through these things. So there's a path we took through here that that we hadn't been through, and we've got a bunch of party members now. We'll probably have the full 7 eventually, and it'll stay that way for most of the game. But I don't see why I shouldn't just do a quick pop over and see what we could have possibly missed along the way here.
Good to go.
Because, I mean, why not? It's good experience. I have no idea if I actually have to do grinding in this game. It's not like it's Tokyo Mirage Stories or Persona or anything like that. But then again, I mean, it could be. Okay, is there actually? Yep, there's a treasure chest over here. Figure it's probably a good idea grabbing it before we leave this zone. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's not Tokyo Mirage Stories, so it's like, do I need to grind to actually get ahead in this game? I don't know. I don't want to find out that I needed to grind and got my ass kicked as a result. I'm not gonna go back for Gathering though. I don't care that much. we can do Gathering when we actually need it. But yeah, it would suck if I got to a boss fight and it's like, by the way, there's like minimal grinding that can be done before, like in preparation for this boss, and you're 5 levels too low to have a good time against this guy. For a game like this, I'd actually prefer there almost to be no level or stat system. That you just get more interesting moves. Just maybe? And the enemies get to... I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I like leveling systems, but you really have to balance them well. And especially with, like, action... partial action? It's hard to say exactly, like... Would I call this, would I call this, like, an action RPG? Or would I call this a, I don't know. What would I call this game? It's closer to turn-based? I don't know, what do you guys think? Is this... Because it's not turn-based, obviously. It follows real-time. Yeah, I guess this would be a real-time JRPG as opposed to, like, you know, Kingdom Hearts, which is an action RPG. Action JRPG. That's a weird distinction. I'm trying to think of other games like this. I guess Dragon Age Inquisition followed the same style. Huh.
Fidel! Miki! You're both okay! You had me worried sick. I kept thinking over and over and over again, I should never have stayed behind. I'm just glad you're alive. So, what happened with Eidolon?
Calm down, Ted. It's the best news. Everything's been taken care of. The village is safe.
It is? Yeehaw! I knew you could do it. Now we don't have to worry for our lives anymore. Hear ye, hear ye! The forces of evil have been defeated! Peace shall reign over the land forever and ever!
On behalf of this humble village, I am eternally grateful for all you Rasulian officers have done. Thanks to your efforts, we have avoided annihilation. How could we ever repay your generosity?
No such gestures are needed. Simply performed our duty to eliminate the threat to this village.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. That little girl, she regained consciousness.
What? She did?
She's still at Fidel's, so go see her.
See ya, bitches, I got a small child to take care of. I guess. I did really like the joke about somehow possibly making a child on a day trip. Though a little gross. I don't know. It was amusing. I really do like the characters in this one, even if, like, everything that was said back there was a little bit incredibly overblown.
You're finally awake. Thank goodness. You had us very worried.
Don't you remember? Ever since you came to this place 2 days ago, you've been sleeping like a log.
Huh?
Anyway, this is my house. So, you haven't heard of Stahl?
Well, what about where you're from? Do you remember that? Or what your name is? Relia. So we know her name's Relia. Sadly, we've got absolutely no other leads. What are we to do?
Talk about a bind. Maybe you remember this. When we fought those bad guys on that mountain path, something made them freeze in place. That was you, wasn't it? Oh, I'm not angry at you or anything. Actually, we're only here thanks to that power. If that happened to be your doing, I figure I should thank you for it. So, thanks.
To be separated from your parents, and at such a young age. How terribly sad.
Her parents. Huh.
Yeesh. If only we had some sort of lead to go on.
What about her signet?
On her forehead? Maybe. But I've never seen one like it in my life.
If we ask Fiore, though, she might be able to tell us something.
Oh, that's right. Since she researches signaturgy over in Langdock, she probably could. But how are we going to meet her?
Let me ask Victor about that. He might be able to help. Listen, I'll be right back.
Alright, let's go see Victor. If I can move, thank you. There we go. I always like the weird freeze frame in games. It doesn't happen all the time, but every once in a while there's totally just a freeze frame for a game.
Pardon me.
Where you interact with the door, you touch a thing, and the character is just stuck in the most awkward pose imaginable. Just or what is it? I don't know. I also love ragdoll physics, and when you combine the two, it's pretty great. You know, the character that gets blown up in freeze frames just as these guys have not moved.
You're leaving already?
We are in the middle of a war. We must return to it as soon as possible.
I'd like to ask you a small favor. Could you maybe take me and one more person to the capital?
The capital?
I need you to get me an audience with Fiore.
With Lady Brunelli? Why is that?
A girl with us has lost her memory. She has an extremely unique type of signet, so I thought Fiore could tell us something about it. I desperately want to reunite this girl with her parents. Please, I need your help.
I've no reason to refuse. And she should be in Central Rasulia now, so I assume it's possible to meet her.
Thanks so much. I owe you one.
We leave post-haste. I'll need to know the moment you're ready.
And back we go. You know, you'd think you would have just brought the little girl with you, or something. Oh well. Well, back to the house so we can relay the good news so then we can actually properly set out again, though I might go buy more foodstuffs. I don't know how necessary it is. I'm starting to get my JRPGs mixed up in my head, so it's I need anti-seal things. Oh wait, that's the wrong game. Oh well. Doesn't matter too much, it's just something notable.
We leave right away.
Really? Wait, as in now? I have to pack my things.
Huh?
I'm coming with you, obviously. I can't leave you to your own devices. Yep, it's time for a trip. With yours truly in tow.
Oh yeah. Where did she get that set of clothing? Who dressed her?
Changes of clothes, towels, rations. I'm good. Off we go.
This is kind of cute music. And we can save. Perfect. So we have yet more party members. Now we have a small child to fight with us. For us? I don't even know. Anyway, let's save. And you know what? That's actually a really good stopping point. So I guess I will see you guys in the next episode of Star Ocean. Integrity and Faithlessness. And or, Lost Child Edition. Kind of depends on your perspective. But yeah, I want to see what's on her backpack. Those are adorable. Whatever the heck they're supposed to be. That's a really nice backpack, by the way. Like, they put a lot of work into modeling this small child's outfit. Let me tell you. Like, those boots, you can kind of see the stitching on them. That's impressive. Like, I can see where a lot of the complaints for this game came from. But there's a lot here that, like, I absolutely am actually quite impressed with. And will continue to be impressed with until this game finally starts being jerksome. Instead of just being kind of limited. I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Why am I saving again? Compulsiveness. That's why.